We focused this year on top 10 issues, the first of which is the global slowdown throughout the world. The IMF has estimated that the global GDP almost throughout the world is going to be less than what it's been in the past, and that affects everything in real estate. But the rest of the points in the top 10 are very much interconnected, and they have to do with things such as demographics, which has to do with the millennials and the baby boomers. And on both sides of that spectrum, we have affordability issues for housing. And that's not just for millennials that are starting out their career. The general state of salaries for millennials is less than what it has been for prior generations. And so that translates to how much they can pay in rent or to purchase a home. But for the most part, they are renters and not owners. It also has to do with the retail sector. The millennials like experiential retail. And so retail has to evolve to meet those needs. On the other end of the spectrum, the baby boomers also need housing. They're retiring at a rate of $10,000 per day. And, you know, the retirement incomes are not what they used to be. So there's quite a squeezing on that end of it, too. They also have certain needs, and those are more service-oriented maybe than retail, but there are some changes in the retail as well. All of it translates into, again, the affordability issue, which again is connected with the middle class shrinkage. And that's another one of our points, and that is, you know, how do we deal with the fact that people quite often can't even afford to rent, let alone to purchase homes. It used to be that 30 to 32% of a person's income could go to either rental or to housing payments, but these days, in excess of 50% of their gross income is going to those kinds of payments, and that's not sustainable. So we're now seeing a slowdown in rental growth. In some cases, it's plateauing. We expect to see some slowdown in housing, in the sales, because not only is there an affordability issue, but we're also, on one of our other points, seeing that there's a slowdown in credit availability. On the commercial side, commercial banks are being regulated. The bankers are being told not to lend as much. All of the regulations are kicking in, the Basel III, the Dodd-Frank. It's all leading to a slowdown, I think, in the future on construction loans and in commercial lending in general. On the residential side, there's been quite a squeeze on credit. So there's less money available as the housing prices are increasing. And so that, we think, is going to lead to a slowdown in the residential sector as well.